much we love to have the national media talk good about us and me show you some optimism. And I can't wait to get into this. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. In this latest optimistic video, we get to have Dan Orlovsky talk about the Houston Texans. And this is for coming off the game against the Indianapolis Colts. And man, this is just exciting. It's just good football. Dan Orlovsky is very knowledgeable, former NFL quarterback. I know the comment section just doesn't really like Dan Orlovsky. I don't know why. Dan Orlovsky, I appreciate his opinion. I like his opinion. I think he does great content. It is what it is. While you're at it, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We are almost there, less than 500 away. So help me help you. I try to give out the best daily content, whether it is Astros, Rockets, or Texans, and we do as much as we can to help you stay informed. Remember, this is The Lead, where it's all Houston all the time. Without further ado, let's get into this clip. I am reacting to Dan Orlovsky talking about the Houston Texans and specifically C.J. Stroud. So let's get into this here.
Dude, I remember 3 or 4 years ago when the Bengals ran a real offense. Part of it was the zone run scheme with Joe Mixon. And Marcus, your point
yes, Lord,
is spot on. That zone scheme, and Joe's really good at it. When it comes to, you got to have patience because you never know when the hole's going to present itself, and then you got to be able to cut off 1 foot. You got to press the outside leg of the tackle and then believe that the backside is going to collapse. And when the hole presents itself, put your foot in the ground. See how he gets in between those two offensive linemen? That's a skill set from these backs. You saw it out of bunch. Here's another one out of motion. Now, so often backs cut back and they cut all the way back and almost run themselves into blockers. Again, Joe's patience to wait for it, and then the seam presents itself, and obviously a physical finish at the very end. So those are 2 inside zones. Again, the cutback lane off the bunch concept, and he's really good at the outside zone as well. And I love the fact that they can, Houston, still running out of the gun, lead blockers out front. So often in the outside zone, guys will cut back too early. This time he just runs the hump and get outside. I agree with Marcus. Like, if they can run the football in their zone scheme like this, one of the best play-action passing offenses in football last year, I think it'll be almost impossible to stop this year.
Did I hear that correctly? I didn't expect that right there. Okay, got me a little stumped right there. That's the first time I've seen that clip, actually. I thought he was going to be talking about C.J. Stroud. He's talking about our running back, Joe Mixon. Very raw emotion there from me at the very end. I did not expect that. Yeah, no, Joe Mixon, I mean, there's not much to say here. Joe Mixon definitely was the best running back we've had since Arian Foster. Without a doubt, Joe Mixon is the second best running back behind Arian Foster. It was absolutely amazing to see what he did, dropping a $159 on the Colts' head on the road. That is not something easy to do, especially given that this offensive line throughout training camp and even preseason, we saw that they struggled run blocking, and their strength was the pass blocking. And in this Colts game, it was the actual opposite. We saw the run blocking be the strength of this team, whereas the pass blocking, not so much. And one of the keys to the run blocking was Kenyon Green. Kenyon Green looks like an absolute animal now. Kenyon Green is a monster. We've got guys breaking down film on Kenyon Green. Shout out to anyone that is breaking down the film. I know that's a lot better than what I don't have the technology to do that, or the brain capacity, or the time at hand. But man, Kenyon Green in the clips I've seen looks amazing, getting into the second level, doing his thing. Joe Mixon, as Dan Orlovsky mentioned, patience at the running back, waiting for the hole, waiting for gaps, picking the right moves. I mean, he was so close to breaking one. And we saw that one right there at the end where the defender just clipped him right on his shoestrings. You saw it was about to happen. And at some point, Joe Mixon's going to have that big run. And, man, to drop a $159 on the road, again, that is extremely difficult to do. The Houston Texans, like Danny O said, man, if they're going to continue doing this, if we're going to be a team that is going to just run it down every single time and you have no answer for it whatsoever, Danny O mentioned it, man. It is nearly impossible to stop the Houston Texans, one of the best play action teams last year, with a lack of a run game. Now you add this monster and Joe Mixon, sprinkle in a few good Dameon Pierce runs, by the way. Okay, thank you, DP. I appreciate how that was looking yesterday, Sunday. The Houston Texans could be absolutely scary, and he is not far-fetched here. That is not a hot take. The Houston Texans, I said they could have the best offense in the NFL, and I believe that he is on the right track. He being Dan Orlovsky, the Texans could be impossible to stop. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.